Hey everyone, it's Alex with Be Organizing. Did you know that there are 3 ways to file name your documents on your computer? And do you know which one of those ways is best for you? So I wanted to just touch on that today. So the 3 ways are alphabetical, chronological, or numerical. So alphabetical is just what it is. It's naming a file name by the document title. And that's really good for like resource files, templates, things that you want to just kind of reference later. Not so great for things that you need chronological reference to. So this is where chronological comes in, right? So things that are good for chronological would be statements, any financial document should be most likely chronological. And then things like, so that would be your taxes, it could be your medical records even, so you know what date things were completed on. So anything that you need a time reference on, and it kind of then, like what I tell my clients is, it's kind of like you want to open a folder on your computer and you want it to be able to see all your files and kind of have it tell a story per se. So you can see, okay, I had this happen, then this happened, and then this happened, and it's all chronological that way, if that makes sense for that type of document. Again, if it's more of like a reference material, alphabetical is the way to go. And chronological, just a thing to touch on, is that you always want to name the file by the date first. So you would do year, always the year first. It's not up for discussion. Year, month, day, and then the title of the document. And the reason for doing that is because the computer will automatically alphabetize and categorize it one way, and it always takes that date and those numbers first. So you just really want to make sure it's labeled that way so it doesn't get all jumbled and you start having things all over the place where it doesn't make sense. You want to be able to find them later, right? Okay, the last way is numerical. So the numerical way is great for version control. So version control is great for when you're going back and forth, maybe with somebody else, making versions of a document. So I'm actually doing that right now with my marketing, my designer, going back and forth on a guide that we're creating. And so we can then create it, label it like this. So you would go 001.1, and that would be the first version of that. We're calling it the e-guide, right? So 001.1 e-guide, 001.2 e-guide, that would be the second version of the same document, and so on and so forth. So it's really good for going back and forth. So all of this to say is that there are those 3 ways, and make sure you're spending the time relabeling your files so you can find them later in one of these ways. And maybe use a combination of these things. I know I do. So whatever works best for you and your files is the way to go based on what I just told you. And if you need help, feel free to reach out to us, and also sign up for our newsletter for more tips and tricks. All right, see ya.